No one said you could touch. Bayonetta.
The legend of Aesir. A legend from the dawn of time. Nobody knows where the world came from. A struggle caused the trinity of realities to be split into three realms: light, darkness, and chaos. Obviously, our world was the one born from chaos. The three worlds all needed rulers, most of all ours. And the one that ruled the chaos became known as Aesir. Aesir spent the first eternity quietly looking upon the earth from his holy mountain. Where we only see reality and make it match our rules of the world, Aesir saw through reality, and those visions became our world. These observations became Aesir's power. Aesir's eyes were truly the eyes that created the world. However, Aesir pitied the humans for their naivete and lack of free will. So the power he wielded was split into two equal halves, and entrusted each to humanity's instincts: the right eye of light and the left eye of darkness. By dividing the power of the eyes of Aesir, humans gained free will. They could now choose. With control of the eyes of the world, the eyes that determine destiny, humans could choose their own paths. They awoke to their own identities. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature, but now we were thinking reeds, and we took our first big step towards grand prosperity. The inheritors of the eyes of Aesir had been granted the power of creation.
Lumen Sage. Cheeky. No one bothered telling me any of your kind survived. At least you're the silent type. The last sage I met spent 20 minutes rambling on and on.
What?
You will not escape this fate. We will perish together. My dear, sweet child, at last you have fulfilled your promise to me. Fear not. For I am always watching over you.
But the right eye of light was lost from the world forever, along with its possessor, the last of the Lumen Sages.
The government has organized a team to investigate the continued reports of unusual weather and strong earthquakes occurring throughout the region. Officials are currently trying to determine the source of these phenomena, as citizens nervously clamor for answers. Our special report on the regional disasters, Nature Unleashed, continues after these messages.
You know what I need? Some heels without guns. You don't mind if we make a quick stop, do you, Enzo?
Do you know what day's coming up? Here I was shopping, minding my own business, then you show up and turn me into a damn porter. Seriously, Bayonetta, you still haven't paid me back for the car. Hey, whoa!
Now, is that any way to speak to an old friend? Besides, I did that job for you. For free, I might add. Do I really have to tell everyone how you grabbed onto my leg sobbing like a schoolboy?
This is why I can't have good things. You're some piece of work, you know that? If you weren't already lined up to go to Inferno, you'd be well on your way with all the shit you pull. Dressing up like a nun just so you could off some angels and keep the underworld happy. Hey, I'm talking to you. Shit. But if it's that or getting torn limb from limb for eternity in whatever circle of inferno you witches go to if you break the contract, forget about it. I'd off the fucking wing bastards all damn day. Oh, hey, what the hell? Hey. But what the fuck you wasting your time trying to send some schmucks off to the afterlife for? Oh.
Done and done. Let's go home, Enzo.
Hey, wait a second. I ain't done here. If I don't get what I came for, I'm gonna be the biggest mutt in the city.
And what is it that you came to fetch, my dear?
Real funny. I know better than to tell you a damn thing. I'll never hear the fucking end of it.
You always know how to make an entrance, John. A rare sight to see you in the city.
Just had something I had to look into. Cereza, you haven't felt anything strange recently?
Now that you mention it, I still haven't quite figured out how a broke, bumbling wise guy managed to turn himself into a semi-respectable family man.
Forget about it. And what's this Cereza shit? You're about as sweet as my Nona's grappa, you know that? Some witch with amnesia goes around calling herself a weapon, and it turns out she really got stuck with a kid's nickname. That shit's rich, I tell you what.
Our friends in Paradiso are far too quiet. I'm sure you've noticed. But they aren't the only ones.
Pray tell.
Our friends down south seem to be a bit upset as well.
And now in life news, the annual holiday parade is being held today. City police have closed off roads to prepare for the massive influx of merrymakers expected to take in this year's festivities, set to be headlined by a flyover from the military's aerial acrobatics unit, Platinum Games. Authorities tell Channel 2 News that this year's parade may break all-time attendance records.
Whoa, shit! The Platinum Stars. Crap. I need to hurry up and get Ed and Edna's presents, or I'm gonna get it.
We'll talk later. I'll see you back home.
Don't forget to pick up the things for the party.
What's the matter with you? I told you what I'm after. A jet! I want a toy jet! You know, the kind with wings, flies in the sky. No, I'm not buying any damned angels. Yellow, blue, I don't care what color they are. I learned my lesson with those bastards, you hear me? Just a normal damn jet, please! You hear that? I want one of those! A thing's flying in the air right now. That's the one. That's the biggest one you got in the store, right? Wrap it up nice, will you? It's a present, for God's sakes. Yo! You know what? Screw the pretty ribbon. Just hurry up and put it in the box, will ya? Fuck the damn ribbon!
You know, I try to avoid doing this in my Sunday best. At least your lot still knows how to make an entrance.
Alright, finally, after that very, very long intro, welcome everybody, and welcome to the Bayonetta 2, Let's Play. And yes, this is the Let's Play I've been hyping up for the last, month, and I put a lot of work into this Let's Play, because this game is one of my personal favorites. It's probably one of my favorite hack and slash games, so... yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this, and let's have a good time with this. Now, I am gonna zone out in and out between cutscenes, like right now. Right now, I'm just basically explaining the obvious for right now, just to get an understanding of what we have to do. So I'll join you when we get to the real action in a few seconds, okay? Alright.
Didn't I say it? This is why I can't have nice things. Damn it, car, start already!
Right on time to deliver a little holiday cheer.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Rodon? But I don't believe in Santa.
Watch your mouth, Enzo. Don't want anyone offering you for sacrilege before you pay your tab.
I'm unbelievable! Ah! Ugh.
Bayonetta!
I believe! I believe! I fucking believe!
Beautiful.
Now it's time to be naughty.
Hell yeah. Okay, now we can get started on the real, deal. And yes, right off the bat, the music transitions into Tomorrow Is Mine, which is this game's, main battle theme every time you fight angels, fight these angel, enemies. They do have names, I just forgot to look them up, so overall, they're just a bunch of angels who are trying to stop us. After you saw that opening cutscene, what our main objective is. So yeah. The gameplay mechanic for this game is fucking amazing. It's so flawless. It's basically going off the Devil May Cry mechanic, which shouldn't surprise a lot of you because the director of this game worked on the Devil May Cry series before he branched out and did his own thing, starting with Bayonetta 1, and then of course which transitioned into Bayonetta 2. Now Bayonetta 2 is a special game to me because I love the fact that Nintendo, of all publishers, actually gave this game, you know, life. Because after Bayonetta 1, obviously the sales didn't do that well according to publishers. The development of Bayonetta 2 was already in progress, but then the project was then considered to be cancelled. But then thankfully Nintendo, which at the time were looking for exclusives on the Nintendo Wii U at the time, they decided to fund the entire game, and I'm forever grateful for that because it gave us one of the best IPs they've well, not IPs, games. Obviously, it's a second-party title because this game was developed by three publishers: Platinum Games, obviously the main developer, Sega, who owns the intellectual property, and Nintendo, who published the game on their console as their exclusive. And I love the fact that Bayonetta 2 is still a Nintendo exclusive. Even though this game got ported to the Switch. So I do love that. Now, overall, yes, I'm not explaining the mechanics of this game. I apologize for that. It's just I want to get out the main reason why I enjoy this game so much. So yes, right now we're being attacked by so many angels, and a lot of these angels do a lot of fucking damage because, yes, I'm playing this game on hard mode. Because believe it or not, playing Bayonetta 2 on hard mode I'm gonna be perfectly honest, it's a lot easier than playing Bayonetta 1 on fucking easy mode. Because Bayonetta 1 is fucking difficult, you know. And I'll probably do that game, probably not right now, probably at a future date, because that game is so difficult. And that doesn't even compensate for the quick time events. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's just talk about Bayonetta 2. And as we attacked by Glamour. Spoiler alert, that's the angel's name who's attacking us. Alright, nice little small quick time event right there. Can't miss, I gotta do is jump. And we have a ranking system right here. Alright. And of course, we fight different variations of angels. And right off the bat, I love this transition right here we're gonna cut into right now with the music. Right here. Look how epic that is. Yeah, and speaking of the music, you're all wondering, like, a lot of my other, like, let's say mobile games or whatever, I always use this soundtrack because it's one of my personal favorites. So for everyone who's asking me, like, what music are you using for these mobile games that you've been showing off? Well, it's the Bayonetta 2 official soundtrack. I even posted in the description. You know, and this is, you know, you're probably wondering, like, this soundtrack, to me, honestly, it's too good to be it's too good to be in this game. You know, in my honest opinion. That's why I love this soundtrack so much. Yeah, so right here, we're just basically just taking out this thing's health. Not too much to explain here. It's a hack and slash game. You have a health meter, which you could get more health by doing other objectives, but I'll explain more on that when we get to those parts. So right now, we just take it out. Belief, obviously. Who's basically your first boss you fight, and we're in Subway. And if I believe, this is actually one of the first early trailers when this game was heavily advertised back in 2014 by Sega and Nintendo, I believe. Like, when I saw that scene, it made me want to get this game. You know, but at the time, like, who was really gonna invest in a Nintendo Wii U? You know, thankfully one of my cousins still has the console. And it was kind enough to let me get gameplay footage off it. And of course, he has the game too, so that's good. Obviously, I save a little bit of money there. Alright, yeah, so now we have one of the rare instances where we have someone help us in this game. And no, this game does not have multiplayer co-op, so don't think that, you know, just right now, just because Jean is helping us right now, no, like, it's not one of those games where you have multiplayer co-op, where you could have two players help you out. I don't think it has that feature. I never tried it or even attempted it. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun mechanic, obviously. They only added this feature right now just so you wouldn't have a difficult time struggling here, especially on hard mode, because on hard mode, the patterns do change. Alright, we're almost done taking this damn thing out. Yeah, so this part right here is gonna... So, we are gonna be cutting away in a few seconds, and I'll join you on the next part. Because this Let's Play is gonna be very long, and I don't want to stretch every video to 30-40 minutes like most people would when it comes to this game, so I want to stretch it out for less than 20 minutes if I can. Alright, so I'll see you on the next part. Alright, peace.
We'll be right back.